Welcome to Monday, the 8th of May, 2023. My name is Jimmy Bradbury. I help people create online businesses around their hobby, their skill set, their passion, whatever it is they're interested in doing, and want to help other people with that knowledge and experience that they've already got and get paid for it. And I know that on a Monday, which it is today, it's a day that I know when I was in the corporate world, in 9-to-5 job, which I was for 25 years, it was always a day I struggled with. Coming off the back of a weekend when it's nice and relaxing, you're now back into the work, and it's a day I used to always dread. But today, now, in the work that I do, helping people build online businesses as well as building my own online business, it's the most enjoyable day of the whole week. And the reason why is because I get the opportunity to be creative. Monday is the day that I create all my content for the week and months ahead. And for me, it's a really, really rewarding day. I'm a creative person. I love to create. And if you're one of those people and you like to create, and maybe you're frustrated because you feel that creating content is a grind, maybe some of the ideas that I'll share with you today will help you. Today, we have a huge opportunity to be able to share what we know, our knowledge and experience online. And a lot of it comes down to creating content that is valuable to your audience. But for a lot of people, it's very frustrating. The thought of, oh my gosh, I've got to create this post, I've got to shoot this video, I've got to write this newsletter, I've got to do this email, I've got to build this web page. And I think fundamentally it comes down to this. One, it's consistency. And the reason why people are not consistent in putting content out online, or they feel like it's a grind, is because they don't plan it properly. And I want to share with you today some ideas on how it is I build my content, how I plan my content, that hopefully will give you some inspiration and some ideas that will make it much more enjoyable for you. So let's start with the basis that content is absolutely king when you're online. You've got to create content, you've got to do it in a way that helps your audience, and you've got to be consistent. You have to be consistent, even if that consistency is every day, once a week. I was going to say probably once every 2 weeks, every month, but probably not. I think minimum now today in the online world is weekly, but I would suggest daily. People who need help today like never before need your help, and they need to know that you're there and you're creating the content that helps them. So for me, it's on a Monday is I plan out what content I'm going to be creating for the next week and also for the next month. So it's this kind of like planning session that I have in the first hour of a Monday, and it's just a brain dump. I just put everything down on paper in terms of what do my ideal clients want and what do they need? What have they been telling me? What have they been commenting on my posts about? What it is they've been emailing me about? What it is they've been saying to me in my coaching programs, in my online courses that they've been giving me all this feedback on. I listen to that and I take those ideas and I just put them down on a Google Sheet. And I just do that with no kind of filters. And I do that for the first hour. The second thing then I do is, and if you're maybe not advanced in the online world and you're just starting out, go and survey your audience. Just do, what is it? You know, you could do a Google survey, you can do with a Google form, you can do, SurveyMonkey. You know, these are all free tools that are out there online to survey your clients, your audience. For me, because I'm more advanced and I've been doing this for 5 years now, and hundreds of people have been through my coaching programs and my online courses, I have what I call intake sheets. Every time a new student joins, every time a new client joins, I always get them to fill out an intake sheet, which is basically, you know, what are their goals, what are their desires, what are their pain points, what are the problems they've got. So I've got all that language and all that knowledge that I can use to be able to create content every week. So having the ability to be able to survey your audience if you're not advanced, and having intake sheets like me is really important. The third thing is to set some themes around the content that you want to put out, so that you can just break it down into like pillars. So like for me, I might do a week on helping people create an online course, help them build funnels, help them put together a marketing campaign. These would all be pillars that I would be putting my content together around those particular themes. It could be themes around events, world events that are happening and seasonal events that are happening like Easter or Christmas, whatever it is. Look at your calendar out into the year and see where those key points are that you can actually build content around those particular events. The fourth thing I will do is I'll look back on the content that I've created in the last 30 days, the last 60 days, see the posts and the videos and all of that are getting engagement and getting content on, and be able to then take those pieces that are really, are really performing well and redo them, put a new spin on them and for my content into the future. So take the ones that have been performing well, the ones that got the likes, the ones that got the engagement, the ones that got the comments, and then repurpose that again into the future. Those are the key things I do every single week. And I do it for the week, but I also do it for the year, because I've got a 52-week content calendar rolling program that is out into the next year of the content, the topics at least, if not just the content as well, but at least the content headings that I'm going to be putting content out over the next 52 weeks. And that exercise took me about 2 hours to do. Put a calendar, 52 weeks, what are the main topics that you're going to talk about that you've got an expertise in? And maybe you haven't got 52 topics, maybe you've just got 13 and that's a whole quarter. Maybe you've got 4 and you just repeat them with a slightly different edge to them. You don't have to just build out 52 weeks of content with different headings, particularly if you're just starting out and you don't have that experience and you don't have that knowledge. That'll come over time, but maybe just start with keeping it simple. Say maybe take a quarter, 13 weeks, and just taking that and then repurposing it 4 times. 4 13 is 52. So hopefully that's been helpful. That's the way I schedule it. So maybe you don't have a whole day that you can set aside, because I do this full time. Maybe you've only got an hour every week. Just take that hour and batch the work and block out the time in your calendar and set those boundaries around it and make sure it's scheduled in your calendar, because if it's not scheduled in your calendar, it's not going to happen. It's always going to be one day I'm going to create content. And that's the problem that most people have, is they're always trying to do it on the fly. There's no planning in it. And as a result, 1, it doesn't become consistent. And number 2, it feels like a grind. So if there's anything you're taking from this video today, plan your content. Block out the time in your calendar to be actually able to sit down and create the content. And then do it in a consistent way, whether that's daily, ideally, or at least weekly at minimum. And then you get into a rhythm. And if you get into a rhythm, then you feel you're moving forward and it's not such a grind and it's not such a pain. And it's all because you've planned it out. So hopefully that's been helpful for you today, wherever you are in the world. Have a great Monday. It's the 8th of May. Gosh, this year is going so fast. If you want to know more about me on my website, jimmybradbury.com, that's JIMMI, Bradbury.com. Lots of free content there, lots about my course and programs, lots of testimonials, and you can also get in contact with me through email there as well. Hopefully you're having a great day. If you're just starting, hopefully you have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.